best heavy week, the best professional wrestling discussion on the internet, World Wrestling Entertainment, TNA Wrestling, Ring of Honor, and much more. This, ladies and gentlemen, is In the Hot Seat with your host, Fort Miners Project.
Alright, what's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of In the Hot Seat. And this week I got a new guest joining me at this time, and would you like to introduce yourself?
What is up, you guys? It's paigefan424, the straight edge idol, aka MickKick424, future legend. Check me out.
Alright, I definitely will leave a link down below for everyone else to check you out, and hopefully they will at the end of the video. But for now, let's move on to the questions. And starting it off for the first question, and that is, what are your thoughts on Sting becoming the new champion as we saw last week?
Oh man, the Stinger, Steve Borden. He's always been one of my heroes as a kid. I loved watching him in WCW. I'm still a huge fan of him today, and you know, at the age of 51, I still think that he can wrestle circles around like a lot of the young guys in the locker room. He has a lot that he could teach them still, and he's like so fit for his age. 51 years old.
Yeah.
A lot of people may say some negative things about Sting as champ, but I'm 100% behind it.
Yeah, with him being champion, I wasn't really all that, happy about it, but I was happy about, seeing him come back. Wasn't really the right move, and that really, I would have preferred him to go to, WWE and face The Undertaker for this year's WrestleMania, but that didn't happen. But, I am fine, with him coming back to MTNA, even though if it wasn't really, the right move. But, still nice seeing him, and I will say that. Alright, getting into the next thing that we got here, and of course we saw the return of Stone Cold Steve Austin when he came out, when he interrupted Michael Cole and his whole celebration with JBL, and what are your thoughts on that?
I'm marked out. I marked out so much when every time I hear that glass shatter, it's just a magical moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like just reminiscent of the Attitude Era. As an Attitude Era fan, it's just when you hear the glass shatter and some hell's about to be raised. Unfortunately, it was JBL. I love JBL, but this was his return, and it got pretty much destroyed by Stone Cold. But at least it was a memorable moment. I'm always gonna remember the night JBL came back for one night.
Yeah, it was a really great moment. They pulled it off actually really well. We got actually to see 2 starters instead of 1 onto JBL. And I actually thought, JBL was going to be the special guest ref, but, Stone Cold, just came back and turned things around and basically signed a contract with that. So it looks like he's definitely going to be the special guest referee, which is fine with me. So it's really good to see Stone Cold back, and I'm looking forward to see what else he's going to do. And of course, I know he's, basically promoting Tough Enough, which is also going to be great too. So I'm also looking forward for that one. Alright, getting back into TNA as well, and, what are things, you think that should be, help to improve on, being a better company?
Well, I'm a huge TNA mark, and, I noticed that they do have some problems, and, I think that the Hogan-Bischoff regime should end as soon as possible.
Right.
I think it'll be for the benefit of TNA, because I love TNA to death. They're my favorite promotion. And, they were doing really good before the Hogan-Bischoff era. Hogan-Bischoff regime brought some good things in, but also took away so much. Many wrestlers left because of backstage politics with Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan. My favorite knockout, Alyssa Flash, left the company because of them. So I'm really not a big fan of them. And Awesome Kong, of course, left because of them. And I'm a huge fan of the Knockouts division. So my main thing would be to get rid of the Hogan-Bischoff regime.
Yeah, I think everyone will agree with you on that one, just to get rid of them and bring a whole new team to, TNA and help them out. I think, another thing that they should go, live on Thursdays, not Mondays, because I know Monday was a huge failure. Also, continue to go on the road. I like when they came here, to the Fayetteville area, so, that was, cool, so hopefully they'll continue that, go to bigger arenas, and then, stay, out of the impact zone, and, I think they would, get, especially, more fans in there in the arenas, so I do like that. There's so many other ways, to help improve TNA. I don't think we'll be able to get them all in this video, but those are just some of the things, so, everyone else, can drop their thoughts in the comments, so, yeah, I do like that. Alright, next thing that we got here is basically a video response to Dashing Kevin Walsh, and he talked about with Lance Hoyt, aka Vance Archer, and do you think he should be coming back to mainstream?
Oh yeah, definitely. Kevin Walsh is a good friend of mine, and we all are on Twitter all the time, and we always tweet Lance Hoyt, and we always tell him how much we really love him and how much we miss him, and he always tells us, he replies to us, he always tells us just to let our favorite company know, and we always go to Dixie and we tweet her to hire Lance Hoyt back because he's one hell of a talent. Well, whether he's Vance Archer in WWE or Lance Hoyt / Lance Rock in TNA, he's one of my favorites. I think he's one of the most talented free agents out there today, so I definitely think that he should be picked up by TNA or WWE.
Yeah. With me, I think he should, go back to WWE. I don't really know what TNA is going to really be doing with him, but I did like when he was in a tag team with Kurt Hawkins. I think that was a good tag team. If they can have him, come back and, have them go as a tag team, maybe win the tag titles, and, establish themselves as a tag team, so I think that would be cool. So, maybe we'll get to see him back, who knows, that would be pretty cool to see. So yeah, that's it with Lance Hoyt, aka Vance Archer. And basically getting into, the last, thought and the topic here, and what are your thoughts in this road to WrestleMania so far, and what do you think we could expect next out of it?
Wrestling's always exciting around this time of the year. I think you would agree about that.
Oh yeah.
It's always a huge, so much momentum, and WrestleMania is a huge time. It's a great feeling, just knowing that WrestleMania is coming, and the Super Bowl of pro wrestling. And I think the build-up's been great so far. I mean, the Undertaker Triple H thing, I'm really looking forward to, with the whole Shawn Michaels thing being incorporated into it. There's just so many possibilities, and for that match, now knowing Undertaker's injured and this might be his last WrestleMania, that could change everything. That could be the game changer. The streak could possibly end at this pay-per-view. So I think everything is coming into place nicely, and I'm really, really definitely looking forward to for sure the debut of Awesome Kong.
Yeah, I'm not too sure when she's gonna debut. Probably after WrestleMania, at least, that's what I heard too before. But yeah, I did hear that we're supposed to be getting, surprises, once a week. So I know Trish is gonna be next week, facing Vicky Guerrero in a match. So, I'm excited about that. So we're gonna get that. Of course, we got Stone Cold, The Rock, Christian. Just to name some of those surprises. So I'm looking forward for more surprises, and I don't really think the Undertaker is gonna lose at this year's WrestleMania. I think he's gonna continue more on the streak and possibly even go 20-0. That's just the way how I see it. And with the matchups, the match card so far, it's shaping up to be actually not that bad. So I'm still looking forward for the matches that they have now. And that basically, does it with that and all the topics. Is there anything else, you want to give your final thoughts on, or any shout-outs and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to give a shout-out to all my buddies in the Yeesh squad. Stone Cold RKO, 512, Dashing Kevin Walsh, $1 Million Viper. Those are all my buddies from, Yeesh squad. That's what we all say, Yeesh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. If you want, I'll even, drop a link for everyone to check them out, so, they can, get noticed with them more. And, yeah, that about does it for this week's episode of In the Hot Seat, and I appreciate you coming in. And, until next time, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.